Well, Jason, we have reached my favorite portion of the game show, and as someone who works in the game show industry, I would think this would also be your favorite segment as well. It is time for the Game of the Day.
Game of the Day.
Now, usually you're the one behind the camera writing match game questions, but today you are going to be a contestant filling in the blanks to my match game questions because it's time to play a game I like to call Mutual Friend Match Game. Mutual Friend Match Game. And here's how we play Mutual Friend Match Game. I have cleverly crafted 6 of my own match game questions and labeled them A, B, C, D, E, and F. You'll pick a letter, I'll read the question, and as you know, your job is to fill in the blank with an answer. Now, you're probably wondering why this game is called Mutual Friend Match Game. Well, before the show, I sent the same 6 questions to 3 of our mutual friends, game show producers John Ricci Jr. and Aaron Solomon, as well as the host of Nick Arcade, Phil Moore, and asked them to fill in the blanks with their own answers.
Well, if that isn't a motley assortment of minds, I think we're going to get one match between all of us for the entire day.
Well, those are your panelists, and the goal throughout the game will be to match their answers. You'll play all 6 questions, and by the end of the game, if you scored 6 points or more, you will be deemed a winner. Those are all the rules. Jason, are you ready to play?
I am ready to play.
Then let's play Mutual Friend Match Game. Now, this is match game, so I think a proper panel intro is necessary. So without further ado, get ready to match your friends. 2-time game show guest John Ricci Jr., Aaron Solomon, and from Nick Arcade, Phil Moore, as we play the Friend Frenzy No Money Mutual Friend Match Game. And now, here's the star Mutual Friend Match Game, Bradley Clarke. Thank you, Johnny Olson. Welcome to Mutual Friend Match Game. And now that the intro is out of the way, we are officially ready to play. All right, Jason, remember, 6 points are needed to win the game, and it's time to pick your first letter. A, B, C, D, E, or F.
I would love to start with A for antifreeze.
Here we go. The Hollywood director said, I've made a casting change for the next Marvel movie. Blank is going to play Captain America. The Hollywood director said, I've made a casting change for the next Marvel movie. Blank is going to play Captain America. Whenever you want to give your answer, go right ahead.
Well, I think if only to see him in the costume, I think I'm going to say Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, alrighty. John Ricci Jr. said Trump, you got a match.
We're simpatico.
Aaron said Nancy Pelosi. And Phil Moore also said Trump, you have 2.
I'm a third of the way.
Excellent start. You have 2 points and 5 questions left. Which letter next?
Let's go to the other end and try the F question, please.
The F question. Count Dracula said to his bride, good news! I'm starting a candy company called I Want to Suck Your Blank. Count Dracula said to his bride, good news, I'm starting a candy company called I Want to Suck Your Blank.
A lot of times when it comes to these questions, I like to go for the rhyme, and the other writers at Match Game ask me why. So in lieu of something that rhymes with the expected word blood, I'm going to say lollipop.
Lollipop, very good answer. Let's see what the panel said. John said lollipop, you're up to 3.
Oh, fantastic.
And you are 2 for 2 so far with this question. Aaron said lollipop as well. Phil, on the other hand, said bit o' honey.
Dracula's going to be there for a long time then.
Yes, exactly. Well, you have 4 matches, and you still have 4 questions left, so pick another one.
Yeah, it was very apt of you to not say correct answers, because a match is a match. I don't know that it's correct. I'm going to try E.
E it is. Here it comes. After a long day of work, Paul the potato farmer went to the bar. By the second hour, Paul was blanked. After a long day of work, Paul the potato farmer went to the bar. By the second hour, Paul was blanked.
Well, in light of recent changes in laws in states, I'm going to say baked.
You're going to say baked, okay. Now remember, you need 2 to win. And let's start with John. John said mash. No match there. Aaron said baked. You got one. You need 1 to win. And Fillmore said baked as well. You got it.
All right.
It's funny, when I came up with the question, I thought smashed was going to be the definitive answer, but it looks like it was baked.
You know, that's a regionalism. It's the reason I didn't want to go there because we don't call them smashed potatoes, so I decided to go green.
Well, it worked for you because you have just won Mutual Fred Match Game. Now, just for fun, would you like to play the other questions?
Sure.
You have B, C, and D left. Which one would you like?
Let's try C.
C says, have you heard that Tarzan and Jane have parted ways? Jane got tired of looking at Tarzan's blank. Have you heard that Tarzan and Jane have parted ways? Jane got tired of looking at Tarzan's blank. Now, this is a family-friendly radio show.
Well, surely she could be looking at his loincloth.
Very good answer. Very good answer. John went another direction. He said, in quotes, hairy chimp. I have no idea what that means.
Sure.
Aaron said vine, and Phil said red vine. So you got no matches.
Well, Phil must know something I don't.
I think he was answering the candy question for that one. But that's funny because I thought loincloth was the definitive answer.
And again, as far as success on Match Game, some people just hear the question a totally different way than you intended.
Right, that's right. And that's what makes writing so fun for the show.
Yes.
B or D?
Let's look at question D.
D says, Billy is the world's weirdest carpenter.
How weird is he?
Instead of using a hammer to put his nails in place, Billy uses his blank. Billy is the world's weirdest carpenter. Instead of using a hammer to put nails in place, Billy uses his blank. What does Billy use?
I'm going to say, because he surely has his tetanus shot, his foot.
His foot, okay. John said a body part, but I'm going to refer to it as the man hammer.
I see.
If you get my drift.
Yeah.
Aaron said forehead, and Phil Moore said head as well. So no match there.
Mikey's going down.
Well, that was more of a round 1 question. There was a lot of answers for that. Well, good thing you already won.
We'll lift all this up in post. I will look superior.
Right, exactly. There's no editing here.
Darn it.
Well, you have question B. Here it comes. Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
She only used blank to pay at J.C. Penney's. Dumb Dora is so dumb, she only used blank to pay at J.C. Penney's.
I'm going to say pennies.
Very good answer. That's what I think is the definitive answer. John said coins. Now, usually what happens is that generals don't match with specifics, but what do you think? Should I judge that correct?
Well, yeah, that's how we've decided to judge it these years, too. But yes, in the 70s, those might not have matched.
Yes, so I would say coins is a match. Aaron said pennies. You got an exact match.
All right.
And Phil said Bitcoin. That was a clever answer. I didn't think of that.
That's very smart.
So you finished with a total of 8 matches, and in terms of who you matched with most on the panel, you tied with John and Aaron at 3. However, you still did well with Phil as you matched him twice.
But Phil brought all of his ebullient personality to the proceedings, which was really priceless.
That's right, yes. Bitcoin, I thought, was a great answer. And I didn't even think of that one. Red Vine, classic.
Yeah.
Is it tough to judge those types of questions on Match Game? Because you're looking for specific answers, and then sometimes similes come up or things that could be a match come up.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult and something that I personally wish had a bit of a rein-in on because I would rather see funny answers in place of these sort of serious, more drilled-down answers. So, yeah, it gets difficult, but on a different level, you can sort of appreciate that they're trying to judge by intent, which is how a lot of people play games at home. Certainly, you and I are probably both experienced in drawing games, any word-guessing games. Sometimes it serves the game to judge it specific, and other times it doesn't. So, believe me, a lot of those decisions take even longer than you see on TV because there's a lot of hemming and hawing back there and a lot of weighing in of opinions.
You don't want another schoolhouse riot.
No.
For those of you listeners who don't know what that is, go on YouTube, type in Match Game Schoolhouse Riot. It's a sight to see.
It's one of my favorites. There's a difference of opinion between whether a finishing school is a school. And when my dad first saw that question, he agreed they were not a match because that was where you go to learn etiquette. And apparently there was a bit of a disagreement.
Yeah, exactly.
What have you got, Deborah Lee?
Finishing school.
Finishing school is another match. That's 4 for him. Dumb Dora so dumb she sent her cultured pearls to...
School finishing.
School of finishing.
What?
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
School.
Hold on.
If scuba diving school.
Hold on. Now, wait. Hold everything here. Hold on now.
Finishing school is
Is
not
the
a school?
same as scuba diving school.
Now, what did you say? Did you
School.
say school? Please?
Yeah, finishing school.
Now, Now, wait just a second. Will everybody just shut up for a second there?
I'm arguing this to the end.
She said finishing school.
Yes, I put it down, but I have it.
Did you
It's in
match
here.
her? Did you? Oh, all right.
Well, then, what are you're telling me the word college is better than
College is
school?
school?
Hold everything
Oh,
now.
no, wait.
No, I'm
Let's
sorry.
go.
We
No,
will
I'm
not
sorry.
continue.
Anything say. You're saying school.
That's a school.
Is it scuba diving? No.
The word is on there.
Now,
That's the match.
we will all do a chorus of the Marseillaise now, and all the revolutionaries will march in the street.
Well, no, I think you've got to take the college away from them as well. Then we'll really have a riot.
What's the difference between scuba diving school and
I don't know.
finishing
Talk to
school?
him about it later.
No, I'm not taking my card down. No, I'm not. School. That's great. It's school. I can't believe that.
One of the things I love to watch about revivals is seeing how questions are judged from time to time. Every version has their own producers and judges, so it's interesting to see what would be a match back in the 70s with Ira Skutch and what would be a match now.
Yeah, with the Supreme Court that's back behind the wall there. I at least on a certain level appreciate that it involves more than one person, because there could be a day where one person absolutely does not think that a level is a tool, and if 3 other producers definitely think it is, then they go, all right, I guess that's in a toolbox.
Yeah, you could tell which ones that the wheels are turning in terms of matches or not.
Right.
Well, thankfully, there was no Schoolhouse Riot on this episode, so congratulations again, Jason, on winning the game with 8 matches, and thanks for playing the game of the day, Mutual Friend Match Game. Mutual Friend Match Game.